everyone, today we're going to be covering summarizing. The information here can be taken from both Chapter 2 in They Say, I Say, and also from an online textbook, Lumen Learning Developmental Writing. And some of this information is just things I've learned over the years as well that I think help. So what it comes down to is that a lot of us get really nervous about writing a summary of something because we are not confident with what we know about the subject. So this is a skill that has to be learned. It isn't necessarily something that is just innate. However, it is a tool that can be really valuable for the rest of college and beyond, because when you can summarize something effectively and identify the most important parts in a text, you often can understand and learn that information more. You'll retain it for a longer period of time. Now, one of the ways you can begin to develop your summarizing with every assignment is to begin by summarizing what you read in about 1 to 2 sentences. If you can do that after every page or two that you read, then you know you are on the way to understanding it. Now, just a heads up, you can see I'm speeding through these pages probably faster than you can read, but you'll be able to go back and look at this PowerPoint individually. Now, identifying what to summarize, you always want to focus on main points and avoid quotes and main illustrations, But what you always want to do is put things into your own words. At the end of the day, you are not quoting, you are summarizing. So why are you summarizing the text? You must know this answer. And what I mean by that is if you don't know why you're summarizing something, why you are going to include it in your essay or in your argument, then it probably doesn't belong. It's just like choosing a quote, which we'll get to later in the semester. At the end of the day, you just want to make sure that you know why you are summarizing something and how you intend on using it. The big question is, how long should it be? Now, you can almost always condense something into about 1 to 2 sentences. However, there are a lot of times when you have something that is a lot longer. Maybe your essay is addressing a single author's argument for the entire length of your essay. In that case, you're going to need to spend a lot more time on that information because your reader doesn't know what you know. They didn't read the entire text that you are addressing in your essay. So you need to make sure that they have the most important information and as much of it as necessary in order to understand your essay. So here is some how-tos from Lumen Learning. I'm going to leave it here for you guys to read on your own. But the most important kind of 2 things to always remember is it needs to be in your own words, and it needs to be covering the main points. So stay away from anything that is not a key idea and that has to do with your essay. That's it. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me or ask in class if you are in my face-to-face class. Thanks so much.